Your favorite.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And they will run it with Michelle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go with Michel, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 1-yard touchdown run for Sony Michel. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the shotgun, Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. To throw is Wilson. Completes it to Coleman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On first down, Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
On second down, it's Johnson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Newton now to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Smith catches left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Now Newton on 1st down. To Michel on the screen. Touchdown! Sony Michel. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Let's go.
Keelan Cole, 71 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Here's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. You got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Here we go. Ready?
Newton on first down. This is White on the screen. White's got a first down and more. Fighting his way through contact as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. It's grabbed over the middle by White. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And Folk's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing now is Wilson.
Pass caught by Crowder.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.